everyone, welcome. After some DI and LR dose, we are now continuing with arithmetic. So after finishing, as I said, percentages, which is very important, the other important topic for both your math and DI is ratios, right? So before we get into simple interest or mixtures, averages, we should get ratios done. We should be very thorough. So if you are just thorough with percentages and ratios, guys, that means you are, close to 33% of the CAT paper is done because most of the maths is done and most of your DI is done. Okay, so great. We'll start off with ratios today. A quick intro. Hi, I'm Munira Lokhandwala and I am Calcutta alumna, a serial 100 percentiler, a 99 percentiler in GMAT. I have a CAT verbal book published by Wiley and available on Amazon. You can see me here on YouTube Live. You can also find me on Unacademy. Just install Unacademy from Play Store. Go for the Plus CAT courses. Get the subscription. We can discuss towards the end which subscription to go for. You can use the code Munira10 to get a 10% discount, right? So let's continue from where we left off. I left you all with a puzzle last time. You have a certain month and 3 of the Mondays. So you're only, your antenna should go up. How many Mondays does a month have? So even February, right, which is the fewest number of days, has at least 4 days of each weekday, right? So, even with February 28 days, you have 4 Mondays, you have 4 Tuesdays, 4 Wednesdays, still 4 Sundays. When it has 29 days, one of them is 5 days, right? So what is this 3-day concept? So the funda is 3 hai because even hai. See, when you move, let's say your first in a February, we're just in February right now, first day is a Monday, 1st Feb. Okay, this is an odd number. The next Monday is going to be even, and then you will have another odd number, 8 plus 7, 15, and then again you will have an even number, 15 plus 7, 22. So you'll have 2 even dates and 2 odd dates. If you have only 4 Mondays, then you'll have 2 even and 2 odd. Definitely, nothing more, nothing less. But you may have 5 Mondays, right? Some of the months. That is when you may have 3 odd Mondays, 2 even Mondays, or you may have 3 even Mondays and 2 odd Mondays. Right? So this is the case when you have 3 even Mondays. So see guys, what are the extra dates? Generally, all months have 28 days, right? Itna to hai, itna to banta hai. All months have 28 days. Some months have 29, 30 and 31. These are the 3 extra days. This will be your 5th day. One of these will be your 5th day. And we know that the 5th day is even because there's more even. As long as you're in 4 days, you have equal evens, equal odds. So your 5th day, 5th Monday has to have the date 30th. That means that 30 minus 14, 16, right? Because now you'll deal with a difference of 14 between 2 odd and 2 even. The difference is 14 days. So 30 se minus 14 is going to take you to 16. 16 se minus 14 is 2. That means these are your Monday dates. So when is 15th going to come? 15th is going to come on a Sunday. So that's your answer. So guys, this is how you start thinking about the question, right? Okay, so we don't know which month it is. Maybe even a September. September also has 30 days. It may be even a January has 31 days. So usme 30th Jan to hota hi hai, right? So which month it is not important. What is important, first step for you to realize is that, hey, why are we talking about only 3 Mondays? Isn't it that you have at least 4 Mondays all the time and sometimes 5? Then you focus on the even. And then you realize that, okay, in the 4 Mondays, you will always have 2 even Mondays. You start with any date, guys. Right? You start with any date as long as there are 4 weekdays. You'll always have a breakup of 2 even, 2 odd. It has to be, right? Because you will have an alternating odd, even, odd, even. You start with even, then you'll have even, odd. Okay. So based on this, your 15th has to be a Sunday, right? Great. I hope you'll enjoyed the puzzle and gave it some thought. Now let's, get on to ratios. So this is a ratio and partnership concept thing, but we'll do it one thing at a time. This session, the concepts that we'll focus on are basically what are ratios, what are these definitions, right? You have had CAT questions in the past that have worked with these definitions, and believe me, guys, you have done it in school. Even if you have forgotten it, school mein aapne isko, you have done this. Okay, so we'll understand what this is, and we will also go through what is componendo and alternendo and all that. Okay, these are the things that we'll do in this session, and then later on sessions we'll look at what is inverse ratio, direct ratio, right? What is partnership? All that we'll assimilate slowly, steadily. And guys, as I say, right, if you get any question even while I'm doing examples, please pause, solve, and then get back. Okay, so what is a ratio? When I say that my age and my younger sister's age, okay, so this is younger sister 2:3. So here is the younger sister, this is my age. Okay, what does this mean? Does this mean that I'm 3 years old and my sister is 2 years old? No. It means that if I am 3 years old, then my sister will be 2 years old. If I am 6 years old, then my sister will be 4 years old. If I am 30 years old, then my sister will be 20 years old. If I am 300 years old, then my sister will be 200 years old. It just means, a ratio means that there is a constant. That if I am 3K, my sister will be 2K. This is what it means. So we can't find, given a ratio, we can't find exact numbers, but given a ratio and one of the numbers, we can find the other number. Given two numbers, we can find a ratio. So if the runs scored by two teams participating in a cricket match, okay, let's get sports into this, guys. So there are two teams, one of them scores 200 runs and the other scores 240 runs. What is the ratio of the runs scored? Right, so you just take whatever is common. 40 is common, this is 40 into 5, this is 40 into 6. So the ratio of the two runs is 5:6, right? And if given that the ratio of the runs made is 5:6, right, what are the runs made? You cannot answer. It can be 5K, 6K, where K can be anything. But given that the ratio is 5:6 and the sum of the runs made is 110, then what are the runs made? So you'll say, okay, 5 and 6 means 11 and the multiplier is 10. So it's 50 and 60. So I mean, of course, there is a K in the background. Okay. But don't fixate on it. I don't want you all to waste time writing 5K, 6K, 11K, K is 10. No way. Right? You just say it is 5 and K for our solving purposes, which means 11. But hey, 11 is the same as 110. So we have a multiplier of 10. That is how I want you all to think. Okay. This is the essential meaning of ratios. Okay, great. Now, what is mean proportional? Mean proportional, if you have numbers like 8 and the mean proportional A, and then you have 32. Then what is the mean proportional? So the mean proportional is basically the geometric mean. So it is root of 8 into 32. Or you can think of this as 8 by A is the same as A by 32. So A square is equal to 8 into 32. So it's a geometric mean. You can just say mean proportional is a fancy way, is a confusing way to say geometric mean. Okay. So how do we solve this? 8 is 2 cube and this is 2 raised to 5. So that's 2 raised to 8. Or uska root lenge to it becomes 2 raised to 4. So that is 16. Or you can multiply the 2 and you will get 256. Whichever thing that you are in the mood of, uska root nikalo, again you will get 16. So that is what mean proportional means. 4 numbers are in proportion. If A, B, C, D are in proportion, it just means that A by B is equal to C by D. So the ratios of A and B, right, is the same as the ratio of C and D. Or AD is equal to BC. So the product of the extreme terms is the same as the product of the middle terms. Right? And you can do a lot of things. You have the time in the world if you want to, right? Maths means It can be a playground for some people, full of toys, right? So this is another way of saying the same thing. So this is what it means. We'll see some questions on this where it will help us further. Now getting back to those names, fancy names that we did in school, I'm sure you all made jokes about it. Componendo, dividendo, alternando, invertendo. Oh God, it was too much. School life. Okay, so you have A by B is equal to C by D, and then you say it's not really, there's no magic, there's nothing much. It's a simple thing, and they've just given it names to make jokes out of it. Invertendo, invert karo, so B by A is equal to D by C. Right? Alternando means ऊपर नीचे थोड़ा करो, C को नीचे लाओ, B को ऊपर करो, तो A by C is the same as B by D. Componendo means add 1 on both the sides. So A, plus 1 is the same as C by D plus 1. So you will get A plus B over B is equal to C plus D. All this shit, right? I mean, I know this is good and interesting maths, right? But the point is that don't think all these names are not important for your cat, first of all. All these formulas are not that important. What you should keep in mind is, given something like this, whatever you do here has to be exactly done here. And then they'll remain equal. So if you're adding A plus B over B, then यहाँ पे भी it has to be C plus D over D. There's nothing to think, right? Then only it will be equal. Okay. So here if you are inverting, B by A is equal to, then this also has to be inverted. Right? If you start off with this and you say A plus B over A minus B, then this also has to become C plus D over C minus D. Right? If you are multiplying PA over PB, then this also has to be PC over PD. So whatever you're doing here has to be done here. Whatever you're doing to the numerator here has to be done to the numerator here. Whatever you're doing here in the denominator, it is that simple, guys. Don't get too much into all these definitions, right? We are now grown-up people. We don't have time to make jokes on invertendo and componendo, right? So with this, let's deep dive into questions. Okay, great. और एक बार I will remind you, please pause, solve, and then come back to what I'm doing. Okay. A is to B is equal to, so I don't like fractions unless, somebody pays me money to do fractions, then I'll do fractions. Otherwise, I avoid fractions, right? So A is to B 3 is to 4 है. And the B is to C is 5 is to 8. So ये A, B और ये B, C है. I want to get this together. I'll just multiply this with 5 so that this becomes 20. Multiply this with 4 so this becomes 20. And then once B is 20, 20, I can get everything in a line. That's what I'd like to do. Okay. So it's not very difficult, guys. Just multiply by 5 here. You get 15 is to 20. And then this becomes 20 into 32 because you multiply the second ratio by 4. Right. Now you can just collate the two and you will get A, B, C. So I'm doing it in steps because we're solving it together. If I was doing it for the question paper, I'll do it in one go. Correct? कि मुझे C में 3 चाहिए, फिर वो B में भी होना चाहिए. So I'll do all of that together. But since we're doing it, right, as a question, let's take it easy. Okay? Great. तो हमने ABC कर दिया. Now C and D is in the ratio 3 is to 5. अभी इसको तो we can't get it together. यहाँ पे 3 already होता तो we would have done it. But यहाँ पे 3 नहीं है. So multiply this with 32. Multiply this whole thing with 3. And then just get everything together and you'll get A, B, C, D. So 45 is to 60 is to 96. और इसको 32 से multiply किया, that means I get 160. 96 is to 160, right? So I'm just writing it together. And now A is to D is 45 is to 160. Remove the 5 common, 9 is to 32. That's your answer. Great? Great. See, sometimes it may cancel off, sometimes it may not cancel off. I just like to work with one particular way of solving where I just try and make things equal. And you'll see we'll do it all the time. And it really is quick. So let's do it again in the second question. So second question. 6800 A, B, C and D. A and B is 2:3 and B and C is 4:3. So multiply this with 4, multiply this with 3. So you will get 8:12:9. And then C and D is 2:3. So again, इसको 2 से multiply करो, इसको 9 से multiply करो. See, we are making C equal, guys. ये जरूरी है कि where are we getting all these numbers from, right? Here we are making B equal. Here we are making C equal. Right? So here we are making B equal, so 3 and 4. Here we are making C equal, so 9 and 2. Okay? So इसको 2 से multiply करो, so you get 16, 24, 18 और इसको 9 से किया था तो 3 into 9, 27. Now I want to find the sum of shares of B and D. B and D is 51. So I'm not going to find individually, right? Nobody's paying me for finding individually. I'm not getting any marks. 51 and total is 85. So there's a 17 in both. Okay. So that works out to 3 by 5. I need to find 3 by 5 of 6800. Right. That's nothing but 6 into 340. So I already know actually that 34 3s are 102. So that is handy here. I'll just multiply 102 with 4 and this is your answer. Right? 4080. Sorry, it's not 6, it's 6 into 680. Yeah, so you get 4080. Okay, so as much as possible, don't work, don't divide and all, just try and get fractions, ratios equal. Okay, and then it becomes really easy to solve. So here we first got B equal to 12 and A and C were 8 and 9. Then because C was 9 here, C was 2 here. I multiplied this whole thing with 2, this whole thing with 9. So that C became equal to 18. So then the whole thing can be compared. Right? Okay. Questions 3 and 4. X is 1/3 of Y and Y is half of Z. So Z को हमें आधा भी करना है, कहीं 1/3 भी होगा. So what is Z? Z is 6. Why 6? Because I am taking a multiple of 2 and a multiple of 3. Okay. So once you take a multiple of 2 and 3, Z is 6. What is Y? Y is half of Z. Y is 3. What is X? X is 1/3 of Y. X is 1. So what is X, Y, Z? 1:3:6. Done? Right? Okay. Fourth question. 4 numbers are in this obscene ratio. These numbers just make me want to puke. Very vomitable numbers. Okay. And this their sum is not a big number at all. So we may have to deal with fractions. But they are saying I need to find the sum of the fourth and the first term. Now you may notice कि difference same ही है 3, 3 or 3. Which means this is an arithmetic progression. We'll deal with that more in algebra. But when there's an arithmetic progression, that means this sum of first plus fourth term will be the same as second plus third term. Which means ये आधा आधा 16 को आधा आधा बांट लेंगे हम लोग. So this is 8, this is 8. And the answer hence here is not an ugly number at all, but 8. Okay. So then these numbers don't matter. I can really, add 1 in front of all of them. It still will not matter. I can add, divide them by 7 or 17, whatever, it will still not matter. As long as the numbers are in an arithmetic progression, the difference, simple difference between them is constant. That means the first and the last term will be the same as the 2 middle terms, which means I need to just divide the number into 2 parts. And 16 by 2 is something that a child can do, which is 8, right? So great, that wraps up 1 to 4 for us. Let's look at 5 to 8. A and B have some money in the ratio 3:1. If A gives 3 to B, so A gives 3 rupees, right, to B, they will be in the ratio 1:1. That means once 3 rupees were given, they had equal money. So generally, if you were in school, what are you supposed to do? This is what you're supposed to do. 3k minus 3 is equal to k plus 3. Right? So the original money that they had was 3k and k. यहाँ से 3 निकाला और यहाँ डाला तो the numbers become equal. This is what you're supposed to do. But all this is writing. So I want you all to pause and think कि ये 3 रुपया देने से दोनों के बीच में equal हो गया. So what was the gap between them? Was the gap between them 3? If 3 rupees was the gap and I give the gap to the other person, the gap will continue. Now the other person will have 3 rupees more. No, the gap was not 3 rupees. The gap between them was 6 rupees. That's why when I give 3 rupees to the other person, I have plus 3. Now the other person also has plus 3 and the gap disappears. So once you get this 6, then that means the difference between 3 and 1. Right? That difference, यहाँ पे जो 2k है, that is 6, right? And k is equal to 3. Okay? So k is equal to 3, that means initial amounts that they had was 9 and 3. So see, it's not a very complicated question. This is not a complicated equation. You will say, Kare, I'll just solve this. But I want you all to stop writing equations, solving equations. Correct? So I want you all to think, Kare, 3 rupees dene se if they became equal, what was it before the 3 rupees were given? What was the gap between them? Once you get the gap and you know that the ratio is 3:1, that means the difference is 2. That 2k is the gap. And k तो I'm just writing for you all, right? I won't even write k. I'll say 2 का है, 6 है, तो 3 है. So there's just no writing once you get used to this way of thinking. 9 and 3 is what you'll write and you'll just type it in. Okay? Let's do the 6th question. By mistake, instead of dividing 117 into half, 1/3 and 1/4, you actually divide it into 2:3:4. Who gains the most, guys? Obviously, D gains the most. D को originally सबसे कम मिलने वाला था, 1/4 मिलने वाला था. Now D has got the most. So D gains the most. By how much is the question? So let's do the easier part first. 117 को I need to divide. The sum, right? 2k, 3k, 4k is 117. Right? That means 9k is 117. So I need to divide 117 by 9. So the multiplier is 13. So this is 52. This is 39. Anyway, all these two guys don't matter. I'm just writing it. Okay, but they don't matter. 52. D is the guy who's gaining the most. Okay, and now come back to this. Do I like fractions? As I said, not that much. Multiply this whole thing by 12. Why 12? 2 or 3 or 4 मुझे तीनों को नीचे से निकालना है. I want to make them disappear. So if I multiply by 12, which is the LCM of 2, 3 and 4, these guys will go away. You can say bye-bye to them. So multiply by 12, this becomes 6, this becomes 4 and this becomes 3. See, these are pretty numbers. They add up to 13. So 117, if I divide by 13, the multiplier is 9. D would have gotten 27. 27 से 52, that means D gained 25 rupees. You can find the others if you want to, but I found it once, I'm not doing it again, right? Great, let's move on to questions 7 and 8. Okay. 7. A gets 2 by 9 of B's share. मतलब B को 9 से divide करना है. C gets 3 by 4 of A's share. तो A को 4 से divide करना है. So let's take the connection here, right? The B has to be divided by 9. B is critical. So you can start with 18. You can start with 36. Yeah, let's take B as 36. Okay? Because for 9 and 4, we are taking care of both of them. We are not going to go too deeply. But once you know you have 9 and 4 upper, the division will not cause a problem. So if B is 36, what is A going to be? Divide by 9, multiply by 2. A is going to be 8. C is going to be 3 by 4 of that. So C is going to be 6. So B is 36, A is 8 and C is 6. Right? And now I have to divide 1250. ऐसा if you add them up, the sum is 50 and 1250 is our actual sum. The multiplier, right guys, is how much? The multiplier is 25. So 8 into 25, this guy gets 200, A. B gets 36 into 25, which is 900, and C gets 150. Right? You get these three numbers? That's your answer. Coming back to the 8th question now. A, B, C, D, E, F सब half है. यहाँ पे A और H, oh sorry, this is not H. This should be B. Okay, great. So A के साथ P है, तो B के साथ भी P है, no problem. C के साथ Q है, तो D के साथ भी Q है. R के साथ, E के साथ R है, तो F के साथ भी R है. So same thing is happening, right, to the numerator and the denominator. You don't need to think original ratio is half, this ratio will also be half. Don't think guys, just see that have they treated in the world, right? We say everything should be equal between races, between genders. If they have treated the numerator and the denominator equally, the ratio is not going to change, right? So there's a very world life analogy here that if you treat everything equally, then the status quo is not going to change, right? Great. Let's look at the 9th to 12th question now. Guys, maybe you should pause and solve, okay? Maybe, definitely you should pause and solve. Okay. Good fun. 9th question. 4th proportional, matlab 12 by 21 is equal to 4 by what? So you can cross multiply or you can see कि यहाँ पे if I remove 4, right? So 3 is the number that I need to remove. तो 4 बचता है. तो यहाँ पे if I remove 3 तो क्या बचता है? 7 बचता है, right? So answer is 7. That's your 9th question. 10th. A man leaves all this money. You know when you see this such numbers 86 whatever, you know कि cancel होने वाला है. Right? Why would you have 8600? What will a man leave? A man will leave 10,000, 1 lakh. Why is he leaving this bad number? Because it's going to be divided. You have to keep that in mind. There's a very small chance that it won't be divided, right? So you should, if you get it divided, that means you're doing the question right. Okay. So daughter receives 5 times the nephew and son is 4 times the nephew. So the nephew receives 1 rupee. So daughter receives 5 and son receives 4. How many daughters? 5 daughters. That means daughters totally receive 25, right? Because there are 5 of them. How many sons? 4 sons. So sons totally receive 16. And 2 nephews, right? So that is 2. What does this add up to? This adds up to 43. Surprise! 8600 hai, so this adds up to 43. That means the multiplier is 200. So how much does each daughter receive? 5 into 200. Each daughter receives 1000. So the 5 daughters will receive 5000 and the sons will receive something else, 800, right, into 4, and all 8600 will be taken care of. But our question is how much does each daughter receive? That is 1000. Okay, great. Let's do the 11th question. 11th is easy if you know the definition. Mean proportional. What is mean proportional? English में उसे geometric mean कहते हैं, right? So find out the geometric mean of 36 and 64. मतलब root निकालो, multiply करो 6 into 8, 48. Right? 36 by x, x by 64. We should not be doing all this. We should just be doing actually nothing. ये देख के we should just do 6 into 8 in our minds and mark 48 or type in 48 straight away. Okay? So this is done. Okay, now out of all these questions, we have used similar techniques here and there, but I am now going to introduce a very new, very good technique, guys. So please pay attention. 5 years ago, the ratio of the ages of A and B was 2 and 3, and after 10 years, it will be 9 and 11. Let's do the bad way of doing it, because I always feel that jab tak you don't show people what hell looks like, nobody appreciates heaven. So once you know कि यार हमारे साथ इतना बुरा हो सकता था, then you say अरे हाँ हाँ, this method is good. Okay, so what is a bad way of doing it? 5 years ago, this was 2k and 3k. And after 10 years, that means अभी से 10 मतलब 5 years ago से 15, right? So then it becomes 2k plus 15 and 3k plus 15. This is equal to 9 by 11. This is what you need to solve. Okay. You think I'm solving it? Haha. You all solve it. Okay. We'll do something else. 2 is to 3. Forget the 5 years ago, 10 years hence. We'll come back to it, but right now that's not important. So guys, ये age के जो questions होते हैं ना, things change. Every year people grow up, right? Their ages change, the sum of their ages change. What does not change? Think about it. I'd really like it if you pause here, use some thought. Okay, what does not change every year? What never changes? Yeah, let's say you and your brother, you and your mother, you and your father, what does not change? The difference between two ages never changes. It is always same. So this is very relevant to age questions. Age questions CAT में आते रहते हैं, and you should really, give me some mithai for teaching you this awesome trick. Okay, so age का डिफरेंस नेवर चेंजेस, विच मीन्स ये जो 2 का डिफरेंस है, यहाँ पे भी हमें 2 का डिफरेंस लाना है. यहाँ पे 1 का डिफरेंस है ना, 1 कैसे? डिफरेंस नेवर चेंजेस, तो 1 है तो उसको 2 करो. मेक दिस 4:6. सो यू हैव अ 2 year डिफरेंस. यहाँ पे भी 2 का डिफरेंस. So the difference has become constant, but the numbers have changed. Why has this 4 become 9? Arey baba, because 15 years have passed, no? Because 15 years has passed, 4 has become 9. So this difference of 5 corresponds to 15. Okay, so 5 corresponds to 15. The multiplier is 3. So 12 and 18, right? And this was 5 years ago. So present ages is 17 and 23. See how 6 ka difference, it's always the same. So what have we done, guys? Let me just go through. Some of you who may feel, what is this? How is this possible? What is the maths behind this? The maths behind this is that if you are saying that the difference, see 2:3 we are first agree, this is the same. यहाँ पे कोई मुझे टोकेगा नहीं. Okay. So यहाँ पे what is the difference in their ages? 2k. यहाँ पे भी what is the difference in their ages? 2. It will be whatever it is. It has to be 2k, no guys? Because difference does not change, which means it's the same k. What I have done with this is I've ensured कि यहाँ जो normally हम बोलते हैं ना 2 रेशियो अलग अलग होते हैं. अगर यहाँ पे हमने k यूज किया तो हमें 9:11 में m यूज करना पड़ेगा, बिकॉज ये k और ये m तो सेम क्यों होगा, बराबर ना, वो सब होता है. But when you make the difference same, that means you can use the same k. And once you have the same k, right? So you're saying 4:6, 9:11, difference of 5. So of course they have grown up. People have grown up, even if the differences are same. 15 years ago and now there's a difference in their ages, right? So that 5 ka difference corresponds to 15 years. 3 is the multiplier. Multiply this with 3, everything with 3. Okay? So find the present ages. 17:23. Hope you like this method as much as I like it, right? You can see how little we need to write. We don't have to cross multiply, no equations, nothing, right? Great. Before leaving, a puzzle that you have to work for the next session, solve it by the next session. Meena has 9 sticks, each having an integer length. She observes that she cannot form a triangle using any 3 of these sticks as side lengths, the shortest possible length of the longest of the 9 sticks. First of all, why do people have 9 sticks? Why couldn't she just have 4, 5? Question would have been easier. Anyway, doesn't matter. She has 9 sticks. So I'll give you a hint. Whenever you make a triangle, what do you need? So if I have 2 sticks, let's say one stick is 11 centimeter and the other stick is 14 centimeter. what can be the side of the triangle? So you say कि ये जो 11 सेंटीमीटर का स्टिक है और ये जो 14 सेंटीमीटर का स्टिक है जो थोड़ा बड़ा है, राइट? इफ आई प्लेस इट इन अ स्ट्रेट लाइन, ट्रायंगल नहीं बनेगा. हिंदी फिल्मों में चीजें स्ट्रेट लाइन में होती है तो लव ट्रायंगल नहीं बनता है, राइट? 11 और 14 हैज टू बी टिल्टेड. ओके, सो जो 25 का लेंथ पे ट्रायंगल 11, 14, 25 will not be a triangle because it will be a straight line. So you have to tilt it a little. So your third side has to be less than 25. And similarly, if I place 11 right on top of 14 to get a difference of 3, then they are right on top of each other. This is also a straight line. To get it, I have to tilt it, I have to nudge it thoda upar. And hence the third side will be more than 3. It will be more than 3, it will be less than 25. You have to use this triangle inequality to solve this puzzle. Once you get the, feel of it, it's not very difficult. 9 sticks, 12 sticks, it doesn't matter. You will zoom by and you'll find your answer. Not Zumba, zoom by, right? So great, guys. You know what I have realized is that people don't read. So I am now going to give you all one article to read, okay, which will help your CAT preparation. This time we are doing an article on psychology, psychology, okay. You will get this link in the description also, so please click it, read it. It's not a big article at all, it's just the right length, maybe a little longer than CAT but not very long. Read it, understand it, make a map with respect to paragraphs. We learn that when we start off with RC. In the next couple of days we'll start off with RC also, but that doesn't mean we have to postpone our reading, right? So guys, please read this article before the next session, solve the puzzle before the next session. You have a full life, enjoy it, right? Where will we meet next? We'll meet soon. Okay, this is a little wrong. We'll meet in the evening, 6 p.m. On Tuesday. And we'll meet again definitely on Saturday, 22nd August at 11 o'clock, where you can ask me any doubt with respect to your CAT. Don't ask me when the corona will get over or any other doubts. Any CAT related doubts, bang on, you can ask me, right? You can also find me on Unacademy. Please subscribe. You have a lot of great educators there, test series, live polls, etc. You can use my code Munira10 to get a 10% discount. Which subscription to go for? As I keep saying, if you are very serious and focused on 2020 CAT, then you can look at 6 or 12 months. If you're confused between 2020 and 2021, you can go for 24 months. Guys, we are also going to launch some MBA related programs as well, courses. So even if you're looking at 2020, you may want to go for 24 months, right? So hey, I had a great time teaching y'all. I will see y'all soon. As I said, Tuesday at 6 o'clock. And we'll continue with ratios. We'll go a little deeper, right? Take care. Bye-bye.